Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/AmItheA asshole, where OP's feminist party girl wife is now trying to turn the tables on him. Let's begin. Someone recently sent my girlfriend video proof that I cheated on her, but I didn't. Posted by a throwaway Reddit account.
So this last Friday, out of nowhere my girlfriend started asking me these questions of do you have something to tell me? So obviously I thought she was joking, cause she does those type of jokes just to mess with me. Turns out she wasn't joking, and after a long time of getting her to tell me what was happening, she told me, the title says it all, someone, which I think is my ex, sent my girlfriend a video of some random guy getting a blowjob from her, and told my girlfriend that she had something with me and felt bad that it happened, so decided to tell her by sending the video. Obviously, my girlfriend was mad as hell and started flipping me off. I tried to tell her that it wasn't me, but apparently, she recognizes my dick from the video, so that's all the proof she needs. Guess my dick is pretty common. Just let me tell y'all, I'm not in that video. I've never been with someone else other than my girlfriend, and I would never think of being unfaithful to her. I just love her so much and wouldn't dare to do that to her, because I know how much that would hurt. Also, we are not that intimate. Not because we don't wanna, she just has a lot of anxiety about it, which I don't really mind not doing anything sexual. After all the back and forth of telling her it wasn't me and that it was my ex that was trying to get us to break up, she told me she needed some time to think things out, and she wasn't feeling in the mood of talking with me, but that all the trust she had in me was gone, so she said goodnight and that was it. On Saturday, I tried to send her a video so she could compare my penis and the one showed in the video, and see that they don't look the same. Also, not my face nor my voice appear on the video. But she doesn't want to see my penis. I should have thought it was insensitive first. That's my bad. I was too impulsive. Then we went back and forth again and it didn't end in anything. Today, Sunday, I went ahead and did a list of things were enough proof that it wasn't me on the video. 1. Penis size is different. 2. Pubic hair different. Last year I had a kickboxing fight, so I had to shave to make weight because I'm very hairy. I have a lot. And the guy in the video doesn't have that much, but I pointed out my fight and the shaving thing, just so she doesn't think I'm trying to make a quick excuse, and the fact that same night I had my fight, I went on a trip with my girlfriend's family and her, and that every day after that trip, I walked her home after university. We live 2 hours from university and we are there from 1 to 6 or 7. And then I went to my house. I did that every day. Still live with my parents, by the way. So they wait for me to have dinner, and if I'm coming late, they call my girlfriend. Live in a pretty bad neighborhood, so I could possibly make time to go see someone. 3. I train. I go to university every Saturday, and after that I go to my girlfriend's or head back home. I always send her my location, just for safety reasons. 4. On Sundays I'm always at some family gathering or with my girlfriend's family having lunch. I thought it was pretty clear that I wasn't the one in the video after I explained everything to her, but she still thinks I cheated on her and doesn't trust me anymore. We've been through a lot together, but we were always pushing through the bullshit. So this thing happening kind of fucks me over a lot, because I didn't even end in bad terms with my ex. Just didn't talk anymore, and out of nowhere decided to fuck up my relationship. I know it's her because I recognize the name in the pictures and video my girlfriend sent me. My girlfriend has told me that she would be with me even if cheated on her, but I just don't want to do that to her. So, we are in this state in the relationship where we don't talk at all and get in arguments. I decided to wait just so she can calm down and think things right, but I just feel so anxious that I've been playing games and exercising all day. I'm sorry if my post isn't legible. English is not my first language, but I decided to post it here just so she couldn't find it because she can't speak English. She didn't want anyone knowing about what happened and even made me delete some messages I sent to one of my friends that knows my ex because I couldn't find any of her accounts on social media. TLDR, my ex sent my girlfriend video proof that I cheated on her. I didn't, but now she doesn't trust me and the relationship is all over the place.
OP, you have got to stop trying to prove it's you. You've told her the truth. You've been nothing but faithful. Tell her you hope that she comes around, but holding on to that hope that she will see the truth is hurting you. So let go. She showed you where her trust lies, and if it's not with you, if she believes some random video that doesn't even prove anything other than your ex is a hoe, plus, you two aren't even intimate as you put it, yet she swears that it's you and she can recognize your pee-pee, OP, she doesn't sound worth the trouble, to be honest. Move on. And now for today's second story. Am I the asshole for having sex with a woman 20 years my junior after my divorce? Posted by a throwaway Reddit account.
Title edit. Am I the asshole for having sex with a woman 20 years my junior after my divorce? So I, 49 male, recently just finalized my divorce with my ex, 48, after 20 years of marriage. Due to a lot of mental issues, having a dead bedroom, things just fell apart for us. She refused to get help no matter how much we talked. She had no interest in fixing our relationship as she thought it was fine. I don't hate her, I feel bad for her, but I just couldn't take the neglect and mental abuse anymore. I really tried to make it work, never even cheating, although plenty of opportunities presented themselves. Anyway, yesterday I was at the gym. I've been going there for about a year after we separated and before the divorce was finalized, and a woman we'll call Ashley, 28, came up to me and complimented me on how good I was starting to look. She mentioned she noticed me a few weeks after I started at the gym. Thought I looked handsome but saw I was wearing a ring, so she never approached me. She noticed that I was no longer wearing a ring and thought she would ask about it. We sat and chatted for a while. I explained that I was recently single and a little about my life. After a while, I could tell she was flirting with me, so I asked her out for dinner. I know, probably wasn't the best idea after just meeting someone brand new. But having been alone for a year, being a guy, just being around a woman felt good, even if it was only dinner. To tell you the truth, I felt really she was out of my league. She was smart, carried a conversation well, and on top of it, very beautiful. Yet somehow she was into me. I'm aware I'm not some go guy, but I think I'm at solid 7 in terms of looks, at least at my age. Anyway, we both finished our workouts together. We exchanged phone numbers and then decided to meet up for dinner at a local restaurant. To say I was a little nervous is an understatement. 20 plus years since I was on a real date, guess can do that to you. I met her at the door of the restaurant and we were seated. As we talked, my nerves went away. It was kind of weird. The conversation was so easy, we really seemed to click. We both had a lot of the same interests and hobbies. Almost felt natural, only way to describe it. After dinner, she offered me to come over to her place for drinks. I first refused, as I thought it was her just being polite, but she insisted. She stated she was having a wonderful time and wanted to get to know me more. Not gonna lie, I knew in the back of my mind that this was probably not a good idea, but something else was doing my thinking. Needless to say, I ended up at her place. She got us wine and we talked, and the more we talked the flirtier we both got. Needless to say, we ended up in her bedroom. It had been years since having touched a woman so intimately that it almost felt foreign or unnatural. But as things progressed, it soon became natural, and well, let's just say the sex was amazing. In the morning, we sat and talked and had breakfast. It felt good to be wanted, needed, and appreciated, something I haven't had in a while. Shortly after I left and went home. While on the way home, I called my older brother. He called me stupid and an asshole for having sex with someone 20 years my junior. We kind of argued about it, telling him it wasn't like she was 18 or something. I hung up on him as he was starting to be a prick, always been that way. So I called my best friend thinking of getting a different opinion. Hoping he would agree with me mostly. However, he agreed with my brother that was kind of an asshole move to have sex with someone way younger than me. He didn't quite come out and call me an asshole like my brother, but he hinted at it. So now I'm wondering if I'm the asshole creep now. And if so, how do I now handle Ashley? Do I tell her it was fun, but the age gap is too big?
OP, she approached you, she invited you into her home, she's 29 years old, not 19. She is old enough to know what she and you want and to properly consent to it. Does your brother has a daughter in her 20s? Maybe that's why he is getting weirded out with you getting attracted to younger women. However, that brother knows that he finds a ton of younger women attractive too, but he doesn't act on it, and that doesn't somehow magically make him attracted to his own daughter's friends, now does it? How about you just keep your private life a secret from now on? And now for today's final story. My wife was dancing with a stranger at a wedding. Posted by Reddit user R. Bryant.
Hi everyone, my wife went to the wedding of one of her friends tonight. While there, we were hanging out and having a good time with no problems at all. While dinner was being served, my wife got up and disappeared without saying anything. As I'm eating, I realize she's dancing with someone who I or she doesn't even know. When she saw me make eye contact with her, she stopped and came back to the table. I asked her if she wanted to dance, then why didn't she just tell me, and I asked her why she got up and started dancing with this stranger. Her response, "Don't question my actions because I did this in front of you and not behind your back," to which I reply, "If you do this in my face, then what have you been doing behind my back?" She goes out at least once or twice a week dancing with her friends. Her face was mortified and called me an asshole for even bringing up her dancing with this stranger in the first place. I forgot about it and moved on because I figured we would talk about it later. We get home. She accuses me of texting my friends heart emojis and sending a sexy gif to a girl. Right away, I handed her my phone to look through and she then said I was deleting my messages, which would have been impossible since she was next to me and if I did, she would have been able to recover it. I feel like she's gaslighting me and now I'm really beginning to think that something deeper might be going on. But what does Reddit think? Am I the asshole for questioning my wife or am I overthinking this? Edit. To clarify some things. 1. Thank you for all of the messages. I appreciate it. 2. She goes dancing with her friends to bars, club-type bars, etc. I don't personally like it, but whenever I bring it up, she always says I know how to behave and I'm my own person who is free to what I want. 3. The guy she is now talking about is a friend of her friend who she met one time. 4. The dancing type was Spanish dancing, similar to cumbia. 5. As much as I don't like her behaviors, I try my best to keep the peace, and because I don't see what happens when she goes out, it's something I usually try not to think about much. 6. After seeing your responses and typing these comments out, I think my mind has made up that her behavior when married isn't normal and shouldn't be tolerated by a spouse. Edit 2. Thanks again for the suggestions, and I will respond to the private messages shortly. Just a few more things based off of some of the responses. 1. I am a very fit male, wrestled up until last year, and you could say attractive. 2. I took dancing lessons for 2 years, still not great but can do salsa, bachata, etc. 3. We do a lot of things together, dinners, dates, travel. 4. Her friends are always doing the same things as other posters have mentioned. Cover for me so my boyfriend doesn't find out, though she swears she never has done anything and I try to trust her. 5. She's explosive. I get the people calling me a cuck because I let her live, but she is really big on feminism and a woman doing whatever she wants and I try to respect it, but she doesn't believe in boundaries, as I should just trust her. Sorry for this long edit again, but I wanted to clear a few things up. Final edit for now. I will be taking your advice without revealing too much in the event she finds this. I will take a lot of the advice that you all shared and put it into action within a very short time frame. I hope to God I'm wrong obviously, but something just isn't adding up. We don't have kids, by the way. Thank you all again, I really appreciate it, and I'll update as soon as I get some answers shortly.
OP, the fact that she jumped straight to blame shifting is concerning as fuck. Also, the gaslighting is pretty strong with this one. If you're really going to investigate this, prepare to find a lot of dicks under her skirt. After all, if her friends are doing it, she is 100% doing it too. Prepare for divorce and the bitter, ear-piercing screams you'll receive from all of them when you hand over the divorce papers. May God have mercy on your soul. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.